certain parties are looking at this like this is destined to fail. And this without an agenda, it will fail. And in the end, all people, particularly African American men, need to demand full participation to this American society. And the 13th Amendment, if you have a criminal record, denies you that. And like, get all those words and read it carefully, because this is law. This is what makes state law. This came from the federal government of the United States of America. This is the Constitution. And essentially, if this is not changed, then this is all for naught, because they're going to pump money into this community, and the people who've been stealing the money is going to steal it again. And then 5, 10, 20 years from now, you have the same incident all over again with new faces, new bodies, same problem. So in essence, what this is truly about is amending the 13th Amendment to go from partial freedom for all to full freedom for all.
At this point, I would say this is only the beginning. It's the first of a lot of steps that have to go through. Okay, the state's attorney, she did her job. Okay? Now we got to have either an arraignment or a grand jury. Okay, you don't know what's going to come out of that. You pretty much can figure what's going to come out of the grand jury. But if you have an arraignment, you don't know what's going to come out of that. Even after that, you're going to have to have a trial. Okay, now you're going to have to get. Are they going to ask for a change of venue? That means to take it out of Baltimore. Okay, they may or may not get it. But you got to remember, in a trial, all you need is one person to say that they're innocent, or that he's innocent, and then that's it.
And I want Baltimore to make such a change, to really be the catalyst for what's going to happen throughout that nation. I want people to look at Baltimore and say, let's do what they did. They got it right. And I think we have an opportunity now to get it right. So, and they have here a registration to vote, which is important. This young lady, we went to the polls and voted for her. And people who didn't go to the polls, hey, if she was not elected, we would not have this. And there's a long road to go, as my husband was saying, but you've got to start somewhere. And I think a lot of the speakers were saying we have to involve and get involved with ourselves, starting some new things. What we weren't doing positive before, we start now. And it cannot stop. Even after we get a conviction, it can't stop, because there are too many things that we have to get right. And that's what I think a lot of people are down here for, trying to get it right. Stop the hating and just start loving. We could be the ones where it won't be a continuation in New York, it won't be a continuation in Ferguson, that we will really start making a difference, because speeches are nice. Coming together is nice. But unless something happens, it's all for nothing. So I think people are starting to see that. And I'm hoping that it will start with them. Registration of voting is important. The people have really started to get a renewing of their mind and their heart about loving and respecting one another.
I would say to have faith, make sure that you believe in God, stay safe, and to keep protesting, keep fighting whatever you know is right, and the injustice that's going on is wrong, and just basically to have faith and stay strong and believe in God.
They had a big thing about the kids being called thugs. We have called police people with a badge and a gun thugs for the way in which they've treated these kids. So, I mean, it's so much to be done. This is just the beginning.
Give her another strong round of applause. Give it to her.